They say practice makes perfect, but what about when it's too hot outside, or you're just flat out too lazy to go to the driving range? We've all been there. Well, luckily for us, former Masters champion charl Schwartzel found himself in that exact situation this week at the Nedbank Golf Challenge, and he's got a solution for you. Just hit balls out the window of your very nice hotel room window. Bonus points if your room overlooks the range, as Schwartzel's did at Gary Player Country Club in Sun City, South Africa. Editor's note: don't actually do this. It's a terribly dangerous idea, especially for you hacks who haven't won the Masters. Article tags charl Schwartzel, Grill Room. Phoenix defending champion Paul Goydos and major winners Vijay Singh and Lee Janzen shot 7 under 64 on Friday to share the first-round lead in the Charles Schwab Cup Championship. Bernhard Langer, trying to sweep the PGA Tour Champions' 3 playoff events and win the Charles Schwab Cup season points title for the 4th straight year and 5th overall, was tied for 28th at even par 71 at tree-lined Phoenix Country Club. The points leader is one of 5 players who needs only to win the season-ending tournament to top the year-long points competition. Jerry Smith and Glenn Day were a stroke back at 65, and Corey Pavin, David Toms and Joe Durant shot 66. Goydos birdied 2 of the last 3 holes and 5 of the final 7 on the traditional course that hosted the Phoenix Open until 1987. The golf course is in perfect shape, Goydos said. It's just you want the scores to be higher, have lousy greens and bad fairways, and the scores will be plenty high enough. The scores are going to be good. I don't think 20 under's going to win, but I think it's going to be a pretty low score unless something funny happens with the weather. Goydos accidentally moved the ball with his putter on the par 3 8th green. Full field scores from the Charles Schwab Cup Championship. Since the Dustin Johnson situation, you play the local rule, and if you accidentally cause the ball to move with the putter, even if you touch it with your putter, it's not a penalty, Goydos said. I have to put it back, which I did, so it was a 3. Then from that point on, good things kind of happened. In his victory last year at Desert Mountain, Goydos opened with a 62. The 2-time PGA Tour winner took the 3M Championship in Minnesota in August for his 5th senior title. The 60-year-old Langer opened the playoffs with victories in the Dominion Energy Charity Classic in Richmond, Virginia, and took the PowerShares QQQ Championship 2 weeks ago in Thousand Oaks, California. He won 3 of the Tour's 5 majors this season and has a tour-best 7 victories. Langer has never won the season-ending event, finishing in the top 10 7 times in 9 starts. Singh played the final 10 holes in 6 under. I played nicely, Singh said. I drove the ball well, which is key on this golf course. I think you've got to hit a lot of fairways. Putted nicely, made some nice good putts. Anytime you drive it well and make some putts, you're going to shoot a low one. So, very happy with the start and hope to keep it going. He teamed with Carlos Franco to win the Bass Pro Shops Legends of Golf in April for his lone senior title. Janzen had 7 birdies in a bogey-free round. He won his lone senior title in 2015. Everybody in the field knows scoring's going to be low, so I think the mindset is you've got to shoot low scores all 3 days, Janzen said. You don't want to get behind. Scott McCarron is second in the standings, followed by Kenny Perry, Miguel Angel Jimenez and Kevin Sutherland. McCarron, playing alongside Langer in the final group on the warm, sunny afternoon in the desert, closed with a bogey for a 68. Sutherland had a 69, Perry shot 72, and Jimenez was tied for last in the 36-player field at 74. Fred Couples, Colin Montgomery and John Daly were at 69. Article tags Paul Goydos, Vijay Singh, Lee Janzen, Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Patrick Rogers kept making birdies until his name was atop the leaderboard and it was too dark to play any longer Friday. Rogers, a former Jack Nicklaus Award winner as the top player in college, ran off 4 straight birdies on the back 9 and reached 11 under par until the storm-delayed Old Classic at Mayakoba was suspended by darkness. Rogers hit his tee shot on the par 5 7th hole, one of the 3 holes he will have to complete Saturday morning. Ricky Fowler, playing for the first time since the President's Cup, was at 10 under with 3 holes left. The second round was halted for 2 hours, 15 minutes. Patton Kizzire, the 18-hole leader after a 62, overcame the wind and the rain at times both and a double bogey on his 10th hole. He made 3 straight birdies for a 1 under 70 and finished 36 holes at 10 under 132. Brian Gay and Brandon Harkins, the 31-year-old rookie from Northern California, were at 9 under 133. Martin Pillar was at 8 under and still had 9 holes to play. Rogers, who was 7 under for his round when play was stopped, is one of the few players from the fabled high school class of 2011 who is still looking for his first PGA Tour victory. He grew up in junior golf with fellow class members Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, Daniel Berger, Emiliano Grillo and Xander Schauffele. Hole Classic at Mayakoba articles, photos and videos. Full field scores from the Hole Classic at Mayakoba. Rogers, who grew up outside Indianapolis and starred at Stanford, has yet to make a bogey at El Camaleon in 33 holes. For all the attention on the youth movement golf, Harkins is a different kind of rookie. He has toiled on the smaller tours, particularly in Canada on the Mackenzie Tour, to finally earn his card. He began his rookie season with a tie for 9th at the Safeway Open. He finished up the second round of the Hole Classic with his name on the leaderboard, though it wasn't quite the finish he had in mind. Starting on the 13th hole, Harkins alternated making birdies and bogeys until he drove into a fairway bunker on the 18th. Didn't get on the green and failed to get U-pan down. "Definitely exciting," he said of his name on the board. "But to be honest, I didn't really watch any board. Wasn't quite the finish I was looking for, trading birdies and bogeys like that, but I really can't complain in the wind like this. 'Cause I also had to lean on patience in the tough weather. I had a few hiccups out there, but with the wind and the rain and with the wind and rain together it was tough, 'cause I said. And the stop and start was tough. But I hung in there, made a few birdies there toward the end of my round. And then survived that really tough rain that we had there at the end." Oscar Frosto had a 66 and at 7 under 135 had the low score among the 5 Mexican players in the field. Roberto Diaz, who also competed in the World Golf Championship in Mexico City earlier this year, had a 65 and was another shot behind. Beau Hossler, who had a chance to win last week in Las Vegas, shot 66 to reach 6 under 136. Article tags Patrick Rogers. The PGA Championship will return to Valhalla Golf Club in 2024, according to a report from the Louisville Courier-Journal. Per the report, an official announcement is scheduled for Thursday. Valhalla, which is owned by the PGA of America, previously hosted the PGA Championship in 1996, 2000 and 2014. Mark Brooks defeated Kenny Perry in a playoff in 1996, Tiger Woods defeated Bob May in a playoff in 2000, and Rory McIlroy won his second PGA Championship under cover of darkness in 2014, edging Phil Mickelson by a shot. Valhalla has also hosted 2 senior PGA Championships and the 2008 Ryder Cup, won by the United States under captain Paul Azinger. The PGA of America and the PGA Tour announced earlier this year at Quail Hollow that the PGA Championship will be bumped up in the golf schedule, moving from August to May starting in 2019. Future PGA Championship venues include Bellerive Country Club 2018, Bethpage Black 2019, TPC Harding Park 2020, Kiowa Island 2021, Trump National Bedminster 2022 and Oak Hill 2023. In addition, the PGA of America announced on Wednesday that the Olympic Club in San Francisco will host the 2028 PGA Championship and the 2032 Ryder Cup. Article tags Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods. Valhalla Golf Club. Brent Snedeker is scheduled to play next week's RSM Classic, his first start on the PGA Tour since June when he was sidelined by a sternum injury. Last month, Snedeker resumed golf activity after undergoing treatment for the injury that forced him to miss the FedEx Cup playoffs and the year's final 2 majors. On Tuesday, Snedeker tweeted a video of himself hitting irons with the caption, "On the mend, slowly getting where I want to. On the mend, slowly getting where I want to." Pic.twitter.com says Oikt Brant Snedeker at Brant Snedeker November 7, 2017. This is the most recent injury to Slow Snedeker, who has endured an assortment of setbacks in recent years, including hip surgeries in 2011 and 12 and a rib injury in 2009 that forced him to miss 8 weeks. Article tags Brant Snedeker.